My name is Phoebe Bray. I'm the director of the Community Kitchen based in Keene. In 2016, we are celebrating our 33rd year of being in existence. It started as community meals based at 3 churches in Keene, cooked and served by concerned residents. And then very quickly it became evident that the meals weren't solving the whole problem. So take-home boxes were added. And then in 1994, we bought the building on Mechanic Street because they were distributing food from the back of pickups, which isn't the most sanitary way of doing it. And also they were storing food in basements, people's garages. So we bought the building on Mechanic Street, and in 1998, we opened for business. And we have our pantry and our soup kitchen in the same building. And we have gone from strength to strength. We collect food from a variety of sources. We are partners with both the New Hampshire and the Vermont Food Bank, which is a blessing. We have a great partnership with C&S Wholesale Grocers and United Natural Foods in Chesterfield. We also make a daily pickup of food from supermarkets and restaurants within Keene. Hannaford's is an amazing supporter of the Community Kitchen. We access meat, fresh, salvaged fruits and vegetables, dairy, dry goods, breads and desserts. From restaurants, we'll pick up bagels that they haven't used on the day. We bring them back to here and freeze them. We'll also engineer food drives during the year. The Community Kitchen has a core staff of 13 people. Now that ranges from 5 full-time to a weekend pickup driver who works 6 hours a week. And the average working week for our employees is about 25 or 30 hours. We also encourage people to volunteer. In 2015, for instance, we had 871 separate people volunteer. And they gave us 17,000 hours of volunteer time. And we really couldn't do what we do to the extent that we do it without our volunteers.
My name is Beth Truman, and I volunteer at the Community Kitchen, oftentimes with my children, because I think it's important to give back to the community. It's something that brings me a lot of happiness, and I like coming here a lot.
My name is Joe Wallier, and I really look forward to being able to be here. I do it at least once a month. It makes me feel like I'm helping people that, really and truly that perhaps don't have people to help them.
Hi, my name is Susan Newcomer. I live in Spofford. I'm a member of the Elm City Rotary, and our Rotary really believes in helping others. We come to the Community Kitchen because we think it's a prized treasure in our community, based on the fact that it helps so many people in so many ways.
We have 2 main programs. We have the pantry program, which is by far the largest food distribution program we have. We verify every client that registers with the pantry. We ask for proof of residence, proof of date of birth, and proof of income for everybody in their household. I think we're the only pantry in Cheshire County that does that, but it actually, with the numbers we serve, because we can serve between 350 and 450 families a week, which can go from 1,000 to 1,600 people a week. We actually have to know that the food is going to those who are in need. We also have what we call the Hot Meals program, which it's termed a soup kitchen, but I want to change the terminology. It really should be called a free cafeteria. We offer an evening meal 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And we try and give a balanced meal. There's a salad, usually a soup, an entree, at least 2 vegetables, bread and butter, and a dessert, and a fruit component. We're also partnering with other agencies within the city of Keene, and we are working with 100 Nights at the moment to provide food that's served at the United Church of Christ. However, that's going to end towards the end of November, and we're going to have to re-offer a Sunday lunch. Through the pantry, We can serve, we use meal equivalents, which we offer every person in your household 3 meals a day for 3 days. That's what we offer, 3 days worth of food. And so every person takes 9 meal equivalents home with them. And in 2015, we I think distributed over 480,000 meal equivalents through the pantry program. In the hot meals program, we serve an average of 95 people a night. And it depends on the time of the month, because obviously at the beginning of the month, people have their food stamps or their EBT cards have been refilled. So it's usually about 75, but the most we've ever served is 152 people in one night. The Community Kitchen is a 501c3 registered charity within New Hampshire. We apply for funding from the city of Keene and the other 22 towns within Cheshire County. We also have an amazing core of individual supporters who send us checks sometimes every month, sometimes every quarter. We send out, or we try and send out 4 newsletters a year just to bring them up to date with what's happening, what we're doing, how we're doing, how many people we're serving, and we actually make an ask every time we send something out. So we have individual donors, we have business donors, we get no state or federal funding. We are not, people often are under the misconception that we're a City of Keene department. We do apply to the City of Keene for funding, but it's along with every other town in Cheshire County. We go out to local farms, and if they have a crop in a field and they're only going to pick like 3/4 of that crop, our gleaning coordinator, Sarah Harpster, will get a group of volunteers together and they'll go in and pick the rest of the crop. We also have farmers who will actually pick the crop and say, well, I'm not going to take all of this to market because it's going to reduce the price. So we then go and pick up his excess. It has been a phenomenal project to bring in to our program, and it's brought in, we started in 2013, and in the 3.5 seasons that we've been running, we've brought in over £160,000. We find the number of people coming in is, it goes up and down. New Hampshire is traditionally very slow to respond to any economic pluses or minus. So the recession that hit most of the country in 2008, it actually was like a really slow wave coming into the beach, and the beach being New Hampshire. And we found that sequestration really hit us. I think it was from 2011 into 2012 when the first cut of food stamps was enacted. And we had a double-digit increase in the pantry. We had a 12% increase one year over the other. But then the next year, it was a 3% increase. And actually, we are 3% down this year over last year. At the Community Kitchen, we're always planning what we should or could do. We eat lunch together most days. And over the lunch table, we're always planning. I would love to have a mobile food pantry, because one of the biggest problems that people have, if you're really, really poor, transportation is a huge issue. So if we had a mobile food pantry that instead of people in Winchester or Hinsdale or Richmond or Rindge, us expecting them to come to us, wouldn't it be great if we could load it up and have fresh produce? We could have a freezer unit on there, we could have like dry goods, and we could actually go, and you would still be registered, you would still have to be verified, but we could actually help you instead of, saying you have to come to the pantry on Wednesday and Thursday. It's like, well, instead of maybe Monday and Tuesday, we take the pantry to Hinsdale and Winchester, and it would actually help people in what they class as food deserts, those with no access to a supermarket. So we have grandiose plans to actually help the families as a whole, not just giving them food, because that's just helping one aspect of them. But if we could help them, if we could partner with Keene Housing and Southwestern and, expand the workforce housing project. And then we could help them with cooking classes. Because if you move into a home, you've got a kitchen. If you don't know how to cook, it's an interesting room, but it's not utilized. So there's so much more that we could do. It's going to need a brave new world that every social service agency actually works together collectively to actually lift people out of poverty and give them skills, give them life skills, give them, help them be better at living.